Hello friends, myself Madan Patil. Welcome you all by Ashwamit coaching class in this online session. Okay, so today we are going to start the real number second unit from the mathematics part 1 for class 9. Okay, and this is the sixth lecture for mathematics part 1. So today we are also going to discuss some interesting concept in this real number. So actually real numbers are made up of two types of number. Actually union of all sets is nothing but real number, but basically rational and irrational. So if we combine them all, so what I get, we get a set of real number. Okay, so it means what, whatever the number we'll take from set real number set, it should be either रॅशनल और इरॅशनल. तो काय असेल, एकतर रॅशनल असेल किंवा इरॅशनल असेल. तर हे सगळे कन्सेप्ट आपण या युनिटमध्ये बघणार आहेत. सो दॅट यू कॅन अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट इज इन बाय रिअल नंबर. ओके, त्यांचे डेफिनेशन बघणार आहेत, त्यांचे बायफर्केशन करणार आहेत, डेसिमल रिप्रेझेंटेशन चेक करणार आहेत. सो मेनी थिंग्स दॅट वी हॅव टू डिस्कस इन दिस सेक्शन. ओके, त्याच्या आधी जर तुम्ही चॅनल सबस्क्राईब केलं नसेल, सो प्लीज सबस्क्राईब द चॅनल सो दॅट यू कॅन गेट द अलर्ट अबाउट द नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओज. ओके, so if you really like the video, just press the like button. Okay, let us start the unit. Now consider the number line. So everybody knows the number line. So as we know that number line is like this. Okay, see, if we have the 0 at the center and positive numbers are there in the right hand side and negative numbers are there on the left hand side. Am I right? So these are the positive numbers. See here, we have the positive numbers in this side. Okay, so as we go alongside, so we get the positive numbers, and if you go in the left hand side, we get what, we get a negative numbers. Okay, so in this side, so these are the positive numbers, negative numbers. There are infinitely many positive numbers on the right hand side, there are infinitely many negative numbers on the left hand side. Okay, so also we have seen in the previous standard, actually we are recalling all that things that we have seen in previous standard. Okay, now there are infinitely many numbers in between these two. Okay, so many rational, irrational, whatever you know. Okay, so there is the, we have seen actually the representation of the rational number on the number line. Okay, that representation we know. Suppose if I want to represent 1 by 2 actually. Okay, so if I want to represent 1 by 2 on the number line, so that how I can represent that. So this is 1 by 2. So how we can represent this number on the number line? Okay, so because it is like this. See, 1 by 2 is less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, so this 1 by 2 is less than, and so surely this is in between 0 to 1. Okay, so therefore it is here actually 1 by 2. Okay, so this is in between 0 to 1. Now, so the next is suppose if I want to show this number 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2, so exactly it is in between what, minus 2 and minus 3. Yes, so in this way we can represent the rational number. So there are some specific rule to represent the rational number on the number line. So that rule already we have discussed. I'm not going in detail about that. Okay, because we have to cover the next important concept regarding this. Okay, so just we are revising these concepts that you know. Okay, now, so just imagine if you start, okay, here we just imagine if you start from 0 here. Okay, if you start from 0 and go on walking along this number line, what you get? So if you start walking from 0 and go on walking along the number line in the positive direction or in the negative direction. Suppose if we start from 0 and go in the positive direction means along the positive numbers, what do we get? So as far you can walk, okay, so as far as your eyes can see, so you just find numbers, numbers and numbers. Okay, there are numbers, numbers and numbers only. Okay, so suppose if we start walking from here and we just go in this direction, what I get? Only numbers, numbers and numbers. There is no end, there are infinitely many numbers, and we are starting from 1 0 here, so therefore we get the positive set of numbers, that is 1 2 3 4 and so on. Okay, so in this way what I get, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and so on. We just go on here. So what I get here, we get a set of natural number. Okay, so now suppose you start walking along the number line and collecting some of the number, get a bag ready to store them. Okay, suppose if we take the bag and we are going to ready to store them in the bag. Okay, so what I get here, so we get a all set of natural numbers like this. Okay, that bags contains all set of natural number. Why? Because we are collecting them from 1 2 3 4 up to 5 so on. Okay, we get the numbers and numbers only, and that all set of numbers are called as what? Natural number. We denote it by, so you might begin with picking only natural number like 1 2 3 and so on. You know that this list goes on forever. Okay, there is no end for this list. And what you say, this list, this is what? Set of natural number, many natural number. We denote this collection by capital N. Am I right? So this is the notation. This, we denote the set of natural number by this set capital N. Okay, now so let us come back. Okay, so and now pick up the 0. What I get, now return, turn and walk all the way back, pick up the 0 and put it into your bag. So if we add 0 in this bag, what I get, yes, it is set of whole number. So if we put 0 in this bag, what I get, so if we put 0 in this bag, we get a set of whole number and it is denoted by what? W. Okay, so this is what, this is the set of whole numbers. So from 1 2 3 4 5 we get what? Set of natural number. So if we add 0 for 0 in this bag, so see here I just put the 0 in this bag, so what I get? Set of whole numbers. Okay, so set of whole numbers is nothing but what? We just add 0 in the set of natural number. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4 are the set of set of whole numbers. Okay, so once again just return back. Okay, so in the left side of the real line, okay, see if we go on in this side. Okay, now stretching in front of you are many negative integers. What you find? There are many negative integers. Like, so see if you go in this direction, you can find what? If you go in this direction, so you can find many positive numbers. If you go alongside, so in this direction you can find what? Many negative integers, and put them all into your bag. Okay, so if you put again all that negative integers in your bag, so see I have put all that negative numbers in my bag, so what I get here, so we get the set of all positive, 0 is there also, and set of all negative numbers. Okay, and it is the collection of all integers, and we, it is denoted by what? Z. So this is the symbol Z, so that Z is denoted what? Denotes what? Set of integers. Are you getting this? Okay, so one by one we just introduce the set. Okay, so how that set we get? Okay, so that set are one by one, that there are the, there is the invention. Okay, so that is the that story I will explain you in another lecture. Okay, about how we introduce the sets. Okay, one by one, but here we just learn, we just revise them that we have learned in the previous standard. Okay, so I have told you that story about how the invention of integers. Okay, so we just talk about that later. Okay, in the another lecture. So it is denoted by Z. Okay, so this is the set of integers. Now, so we have seen what? Set of natural number, we have seen set of whole number, and now this is another set, it is what? Okay, are there some numbers still left on the line? Okay, so are you sure all the numbers we have taken in the bag? Of course, no, there are some number. There are numbers like this. See, 1 by 2, 3 by 4, or even minus negative numbers are there also, we can't take them in our bag. Okay, so see, take them in our bag. See, minus 6 by 7, 2005 upon 2006, all that number we have taken. Root 19 that we have taken also, minus 12 by 13 is there, 9 by 14 is there. So we are collecting all those number which we haven't take previously. Am I right? So in the previous bag we don't have that numbers like this. Now we are adding these all numbers in my bag. Okay, and now these numbers are what we put all. If we put all into the bag, we get a new collection of set called as what? A rational number. So these all are what? Rational number. Actually we have the separate unit in the 8th standard regarding this rational number. Okay, so we have seen about rational number, their addition, their subtraction, their multiplication. Okay, representation of rational number on the number line, all things actually we have discussed in the previous standard about the rational number. Okay, so we are just revising that here. So all these type of numbers are what? Rational number. Okay, now that is denoted by what? Q. Okay, so rational comes from the word ratio and Q comes from the word quotient, and therefore these are called as a rational numbers. Okay, and it is denoted by what? Q. What type of number it is? So the number, it is of the form what? So it is a number are said to be a rational number if it can be written in the form of P upon Q. Okay, so this is P upon Q, where P is what? Where P and Q are not. So where P and Q are an integers and Q be never 0. This is very important. Okay, so why Q is never 0 here? Why Q? See here, suppose if 1 by 2 is what? 1 by 2 is a rational number. Okay, suppose if sorry, P, suppose if I take 1 upon 0. Okay, suppose if I take 1 upon 0, it is not defined. Actually it is not defined. Okay, so we cannot define this number, so it is not defined. So therefore what? This is not a number even. Okay, so this is infinite number. So actually it is not defined, so therefore Q never be 0. This is very important. So you can take P0, you can take P0 because we can write 0 upon 2 as a rational number. So this is also a rational number. 0 upon 2 is what? 0. 0 upon anything is 0. So therefore what? This is an rational number. This is a rational number. So 0 is a rational number. Okay, but 1 upon 0 is not. This is not defined. Okay, so this is not an rational number. Are you getting this? So let us see the T diagram that we know. Okay, so first is a real number set. So what is real number set? It contains all the sets. Okay, so it is rational, irrational. Okay, so what is there in this real number set? So a rational number set is there. Okay, also irrational number set is there. Okay, that we have seen the rational numbers and how that irrational numbers also. Okay, now so in the rational number set there are two types of set. Okay, integers and fraction. Okay, so rational number is of the form P upon Q. Okay, uh, right now so it is of the form P upon Q, where Q is never 0. We have seen this. Okay, so this is of the form P upon Q. In the previous standard also we have discussed about this. Okay, so this is of the form P upon Q. This is rational number. Okay, now these rational numbers contain integers and fraction. So integers are from minus infinity to, okay, so it is plus infinity. Okay, so this is from minus infinity to plus infinity. So this is the set of rational. Okay, sorry, set of integers. So and fraction. So what is there in the set of rational integer? So in the set of integers, so we get a whole number. Okay, whole number from 0 1 2 3 4 5 so on up to infinity. Okay, again, what is there in the whole number set? So in the whole number set there is there are natural numbers. Okay, whole number is the combination of 0 and, so it is a combination of 0 and natural numbers. Natural numbers are what? 1 2 3 4 5. It start from, they actually start from 0, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5, and if we add 0 in between them, so we get a whole number. Okay, so this is the addition of these two, so we just add them, 0 and natural number, will get the whole number set. Okay, and then after that negative integers are there, so we have seen in detail about that. Okay, so if we see the back, okay, we get the, on the, actually on the left hand side of the real line, so we get all negative integers. Okay, so again, fraction, so there are two types of fraction, positive and negative. Okay, so it is again of the form p upon q. Now irrational again of the form p, they are either positive or negative. Okay, so we have seen all these type of numbers. Okay, I just explain you. So from this T diagram, so you can understand the set of numbers. Okay, so a real number, then rational, irrational, then integers, fraction. So irrational contain 2, integers, fraction, then whole number. So whole numbers contain 0 and natural numbers, and there are again negative integers in the integers, and irrational, so they are positive and negative, and fractions are in the rational also. They are of the form positive or negative. Okay, so let us see some examples. पण rational नंबरच्या बाबतीत बोलतोय, so some order relations are there on rational number. Order relation means what? So which rational number is first in order. ओके, म्हणजे सगळ्यात मोठा कुठला आहे, रॅशनल लहान कुठला आहे, जे दोन रॅशनल नंबर, म्हणजे इन शॉर्ट कंपॅरिझन ऑफ रॅशनल नंबर. ओके, दोघे इक्वल आहेत का लहान मोठे आहेत, असतील तर कोण मोठा कोण लहान, दॅट हिअर वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. अँड देर आर सर्टन रूल्स टू डिसाइड विच वन इज ग्रेटर दॅन विच वन इज स्मॉलर. Okay, so we just see them here, okay, one by one. So your first rule is what? If p upon q and r upon s are rational number where q and s are greater than 0. Okay, the rational पाहिजे असतील तर हे 0 greater than 0 not equal to 0 पाहिजे, आणि इथे greater than 0 दिलेले म्हणजे ते पॉझिटिव्ह आहे, q आणि s. Okay, so that both q and s are what? They are greater than, this is q and this is your s, they are greater than 0. Okay, and p upon q and r upon s are what? Rational number. So very first rule is what? P into S is equal to Q into R. Then P upon Q is equal to R upon S. What does it mean? म्हणजे याचा अर्थ असा का P आणि S चं प्रॉडक्ट करायचं, Q आणि R चं प्रॉडक्ट करायचं. ओके, आणि ते दोघं प्रॉडक्ट जर सेम आले, देन व्हॉट? देन बोथ द रॅशनल्स आर सेम. दोघं काय असतील तुमचे? इक्वल असतील. सेकंड रूल आहे बघा, P इंटू S इज ग्रेटर दॅन Q इंटू R. म्हणजे हा प्रॉडक्ट जो आहे इकडचा, हा जर मोठा असेल, इफ दिस प्रॉडक्ट इज ग्रेटर दॅन ॲज कम्पेअर टू दिस. ओके, समजा हा 10 आहे आणि हा तुमचा आला 9. व्हॉट डज इट मीन? 10 इज ग्रेटर दॅन 9. म्हणजे P अपॉन Q काय येईल मग तुमचा? मोठा. दिस P अपॉन Q इज ग्रेटर दॅन R अपॉन S. हे सायन्स माहिती असेल तुम्हाला, ग्रेटर दॅन, लेस दॅन, बरोबर. नाउ द थर्ड रूल, ऑपोजिट ऑफ दिस सेकंड, if P into S is less than, this is the sign of less than. ओके, जो लहान असेल त्याच्याकडे टोक असेल आणि जो मोठा असेल त्याच्याकडे हा ओपन होईल, बरोबर आहे. Q इंटू R, जर हा इकडचा प्रॉडक्ट मोठा असला तर इकडचा नंबर काय असेल तुमचा? मोठा असेल. R upon S is greater. Okay, so this P upon Q is less than R upon S. So these are the three rules to decide their order. Okay, it means which one is greater than which one is smaller. Okay, let us see some examples. So first, compare these two numbers. हे दोन नंबर्स कुठला मोठा आहे कुठला लहान आहे बघूया. 3/5 आणि 5/7. आता सगळ्यात आधी काय महत्त्वाचं प्रॉडक्ट करून घ्यायचं. जस्ट टेक द क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन. Okay, so once if you cross multiply them, 3 into 7 is and 5 into 5. So 3 into 7 is less than actually 5 into 5. What is 3 into 7? 21. Okay, and 5 into 5 is what? 25. So this is less than this. Okay, and therefore what? whatever the number in this side, म्हणजे या साइडला जो नंबर असेल जिकडे लेस दॅनचा साइन आहे त्या साइडचा नंबर लहान, म्हणजे 3/5 जो आहे तो 5/7 पेक्षा लहान आहे. कळत आहे? सेकंड एक्झाम्पल 3/6 आणि 2/4. परत क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन 3 into 4 is equal to 2 into 6. बघा इकडे पण 12 आहे, इकडे पण 12 आहे. ओके, दिस इज 12, this is also 12, both are same and therefore what 3/6 is same as 2/4. अशा प्रकारे तुम्ही ग्रेटरचं पण बघू शकता. in the same way you can decide which number is smaller and which number is larger. Got it? Okay. Now there are some properties related with this rational number. So two types of properties are there. So addition property and multiplication property. So let us see the additional property. So in the additional property, first is addition property, म्हणजे addition च्या काही properties आहेत, multiplication च्या related काही properties आहेत. बरोबर आहे? आपण one by one बघूया त्या. तर पहिली प्रॉपर्टी आहे तुमची कम्युटेटिव्हिटी. कम्युटेटिव्ह मीन्स व्हॉट? कम्युटेटिव्ह मीन्स इफ a plus b is equal to b plus a. म्हणजे 2 plus 4 जर घेतला आपण, so here if we take 2 plus 4, what is this? 6, and this is same as 4 plus 2. That's it. एवढा सिंपल याचा मीनिंग आहे. ओके, सेकंड इज असोसिएटिव्हिटी. So therefore it is same, a plus b plus c is equal to what? a plus b plus c. See the bracket. ओके, आधी या दोघांचा प्रोडक्ट करून जो c मध्ये ऍड केला तर सेम काही या दोघांचा प्रोडक्ट प्लस 8. ओके, ऍडिशन तुम्ही कसंही करा, ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज आर हॅव. ओके, आयडेंटिटी म्हणजे एखाद्या इलेमेंट मध्ये जर मी एखादी इलेमेंट ऍड केला तर मला आन्सर काय मिळाला पाहिजे? 0. सांगता येईल नंबर? येस, इफ वी ऍड 0 इन दॅट एनी rational, so we get the same rational here. Okay, so see, a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a, what? A. 0 हा कुठल्याही रॅशनल मध्ये ऍड करा तुम्ही, तोच नंबर मिळणार. वन मोर थिंग इज हियर, a, b and c are what? Are rational. So these are rational number. Okay, so consider this. Now four properties inverse. What is the inverse? रेसिप्रोकल. इन्व्हर्स म्हणजे रेसिप्रोकल. एखादा नंबर आणि त्याचा रेसिप्रोकल जर घेतला तर ते एकमेकांचे काय असतात? इन्व्हर्सेस असतात. बघा हे इन्व्हर्स ऍडिशनच्या बाबतीत काय येईल मग? a प्लस मायनस ऑफ a इज इक्वल टू 0, म्हणजे त्यांची ऍडिशन काय आली पाहिजे? आयडेंटिटी आली पाहिजे. आयडेंटिटी म्हणजे कोण आहे इथे? 0. आयडेंटिटी म्हणजे असा एलिमेंट असतो की जो कुठल्याही नंबर मध्ये ऍड केल्यानंतर सेम नंबर मिळतो. बरोबर आहे? मग ऍडिशनच्या बाबतीत आयडेंटिटी काय झाली तुमची? 0. 0 इज द आयडेंटिटी एलिमेंट. ओके, मग कुठल्याही दोन नंबरचं जर ऍडिशन घेतलं आपण तर आपल्याला ऍडिशन काय मिळालं पाहिजे? 0 मिळालं पाहिजे. तर ते दोन एकमेकांचे काय असतात? इन्व्हर्स असतात. बघा a घेतला मी आणि मायनस a घेतला, दोघांची ऍडिशन काय येते? 0 येते. म्हणजे these two are what? These two are identity element, sorry, these two are inverses of each other. म्हणजे a हा मायनस a चा इन्व्हर्स आहे आणि मायनस a हा a चा इन्व्हर्स आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर तुम्ही घेतलं 2 जर घेतला 2/7, याच्यामध्ये काय ऍड केला म्हणजे मला 0 मिळेल? येस, इट इज मायनस 2/7. हा जर मी ऍड केला तर आय विल गेट 0. ओके, सो therefore minus 2/7 is what? Is what? Inverse of 2/7. Same here, 2/7 is inverse of minus 2/7, like this. A plus minus a is equal to 0. Got it? Okay, so in this way we can define all the properties of addition. So same properties are there for multiplication also. Okay, so first property is again commutative. The product of any two element is same if we change their positions also, either a into b or b into a. Okay, so a into b is same as b into a. For example, if we take yes, it is 7 into 2 is same as what? 2 into 7. See here. Okay, so this is 14, this is also 14. Multiplication commutative ahe. Second, associativity is also there. A into b plus c, sorry, b into c is equal to a into b into c. Okay, हे तुम्ही चेक करू शकता. Identity element. So identity element is 1 here, because so we are discussing the properties related with multiplication. मल्टिप्लिकेटिव्ह आयडेंटिटी काय मग तुमची रॅशनल नंबर साठी 1 आणि आयडेंटिटी काय ऍडिटिव्ह आयडेंटिटी 0. सो एखाद्या कुठलाही रॅशनल घ्या त्याचं प्रॉडक्ट जर 1 सोबत घेतलं तर तोच एलिमेंट मिळेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल मी घेतला 5/2. ओके, सो 5/2 into 1 is what? Yes, it is 5/2. Same. ओके, आपल्याला काय मिळेल? सेम मिळेल, 5/2 मिळेल, लाईक दिस. अँड लास्ट वन इज इनव्हर्स. रेसिप्रोकल आहे इथे, रेसिप्रोकल इथे. ओके, इथे काय एखादा नंबर आणि त्याचा रेसिप्रोकल ते काय असतात एकमेकांचे इनव्हर्सेस असतात मल्टिप्लिकेटिव्ह. हा जो -a आहे ना हा ऍडिटिव्ह इनव्हर्स झाला आणि हा 1/a काय झाला ऍडिटिव्ह मल्टिप्लिकेटिव्ह इनव्हर्स. फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर तुम्ही इथे घेतलं 3/2 याचा इनव्हर्स काय असेल मग याचा रेसिप्रोकल घ्यायचा into 2/3. ओके, सो इफ I take 2/3, so 3 get cancelled, 2 get cancelled, you get 1. हे एकमेकांचे काय झाले तुमचे इनव्हर्सेस झाले. अशा प्रकारे या प्रॉपर्टीज आपण बघू शकतो. ओके, देर आर ऍक्च्युअली 2 डेसिमल फॉर्म ऑफ एनी रॅशनल नंबर. 2 टाइप आहेत रॅशनल नंबरच्या डेसिमल फॉर्मचे. एखाद्या वेळेला बघा, फॉर एक्झाम्पल इफ आय टेक 1/2. लेट अस स्टार्ट विथ एक्झाम्पल. व्हाट आय गेट हियर 0.5. am I right? मग इथे काय होतंय बघा, इथून पुढे भेटेल का डेसिमल आपल्याला 5 नंतर? नो. मग इथे काय झालं, हे टर्मिनेट झालं. डेसिमल एक्सपान्शन काय झालं तुमचं? टर्मिनेट, म्हणजे थांबलं, संपलं. ओके, इन द सेम वे इफ आय टेक 1/3, व्हाट आय गेट? It is 0.0 3 so on. अशा प्रकारे हे कंटिन्यूस 3 मिळत जाईल मला. दिस इज रिकरिंग. This is recurring expansion. So these are the two. This is terminating and this is non-terminating. So here it is not terminate. Okay, हे संपत नाही, टर्मिनेट होत नाही. So this is non-terminating. And recurring. Recurring म्हणजे रिपीट होत आहे. Non-terminating, recurring. This is non-terminating, recurring. This is terminating. या 2 टाइपचे एक्सपान्शन्स आपल्याला इथे बघायचे. 2 टाइपचे फॉर्म्स आहेत डेसिमल एक्सपान्शनचे. So that we will discuss here. Let us see them one by one. So first is terminating and second one is non-terminating, recurring. So let us see this example. 2/5.4 now terminate. -7/64. If we divide 7 by -7/64, what I get? -0.109375. After some stage that expansion will terminate. थांबेल, एक्सपान्शन थांबेल, कारण आपल्याला रिमाइंडर काय मिळेल? तर एक्सपान्शन थांबतं काय आफ्टर सर्टन स्टेजेस. ओके, सो विल अवर रिमाइंडर बिकम 0. जर रिमाइंडर 0 झाला तर समजायचं की टर्मिनेटिंग, आणि रिमाइंडर 0 होत नाहीये, ते कंटिन्यू चालत आहे आणि रिपीट होत आहेत सेम रिमाइंडर्स. इट इज रिकरिंग. ओके, हे 3 एक्झाम्पल जे आहेत बघा, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी 5 याच्यानंतर डेसिमल नाहीये, 5 याच्यानंतर डेसिमल नाहीये, 4 नंतर डेसिमल नाहीये. व्हॉट डज इट मीन? इट मीन्स व्हॉट दीज डेसिमल्स एक्सपान्शन्स आर टर्मिनेटिंग. ओके, आणि सेकंड आहे तुमचं नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग. नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग मध्ये 17/36. इथे बघितलं जर तुम्ही 0.472222 इज गोइंग ऑन. दिस इज रिकरिंग, म्हणून 2 च्या डोक्यावर आपण डॉट दिलाय बघा. और यू कॅन ऑल्सो रिटर्निंग, इट इज लाईक दिस बार. जो नंबर रिपीट होतो किंवा ज्या नंबरचा ब्लॉक हा रिपीट होतो ना, ब्लॉक, त्याच्या डोक्यावर आपण बार घेतो किंवा असं डॉट देतो. आपण बार घेणार आहे. सो 2 इज देअर, डॉट इज देअर ऑन द हेड ऑफ 2, therefore 2 is, it means what? 2 is repeating, recurring. ओके, मग इथे पण बघा 33.26 मध्ये पण 269 69230 परत 69230 परत हा ब्लॉक जो आहे तो रिपीट झाला बघा. परत इथे सेम ब्लॉक रिपीट होणार आहे 2307. ओके, मग जेवढा ब्लॉक रिपीट होतो त्याच्या डोक्यावर मी बार दिला बघा. दिस इज द बार ऑन द हेड ऑफ 692307. 2 is not repeating, 2 रिपीट होत नाही, 2 as it is आणि बाकीचे सगळं ब्लॉक परत परत रिपीट होते. म्हणजे हे पण काय झालं, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग. टर्मिनेट होत नाही पण रिपीट होत आहे, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग. सो दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग. नेक्स्ट 56/37. सो 1.513 सेम बघा, सेम ब्लॉक रिपीट होतोय, 513 अगेन इट इज नॉन रिकरिंग, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग टाइप. ओके, अशा प्रकारचे दोन रेसिमल फॉर्म आहेत. तर तुम्ही म्हणाल सर समजा एखाद्या वेळेला जर असं झालं, समटाइम इट मे हॅपन दॅट डेसिमल्स आर नॉट रिपीटिंग बट अगेन इट इज नॉट टर्मिनेटिंग, रिपीट पण होत नाही, टर्मिनेट पण होत नाहीये, मग तो काय असेल तुमचा नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग नॉन रिकरिंग, तो इरॅशनल असतो. ते वी विल डिस्कस इन द नेक्स्ट topic, irrational number. Okay, again there is another type, it is non terminating non recurring. Okay, इथे परत नॉन येऊन जातो. जर असं असेल एक्सपान्शन तर ते irrational number असतो. that we will discuss later. Okay, some notes are there that are important. Okay, so while studying the rational and irrational, okay, rational आणि rational number चे आणि irrational number कसे ओळखायचे त्या टाइप ते डिस्कस करायला. बेसिकली आपण इथे रॅशनलचं बघतोय, ते चेक करायला की कुठल्या टाइपचं आहे, रिकरिंग आहे, नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग आहे का टर्मिनेटिंग आहे. टू डिसाइड दॅट वी जस्ट फाइंड follow this note. Okay, so the very first note is see if in the decimal recurring digits after decimal point in the given rational numbers accordingly multiply by 8 by 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, note the numbers of recurring digits after decimal point. It is given rational number, in the given rational number accordingly multiply by 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, so here it means what, if only single digit is repeating after decimal we multiply by 10. एकच डिजिट जर आपल्याला रिपीट होत असेल तर 10 ने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं, दोन डिजिट जर रिपीट होत असेल तर 100 ने, आणि तीन डिजिट जर रिपीट होत असतील तर 1000 ने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. सी द एक्झाम्पल, सपोज 2.3 बार इज देयर, मग 3 रिपीट होतोय फक्त कारण 3 च्या डोक्यावर डॉट आहे ना. 3 इज द ओनली रिकरिंग डिजिट आफ्टर डेसिमल पॉइंट. हेन्स टू कन्वर्ट 2.3 in the form of P upon Q multiplied by 10, 10 ने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. कारण आपल्याला असं एक्झाम्पल विचारतात, कन्वर्ट 2.3 बार इनटू P द फॉर्म ऑफ P upon Q. मग त्यावेळेला एकच डिजिट रिपीट होते म्हणून 10 ने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं. इथे बघा दोन डिजिट रिपीट होत आहेत, 1.24 बार, दोन डिजिट रिपीट होत आहेत म्हणून कशाने मल्टिप्लाय कराल, 100 ने. येते लक्षात. समजा तीन डिजिट रिपीट होत असतील तर कशाने मल्टिप्लाय करायचं, सो 1000 ने, कारण रिपीट होणारे डिजिट कुठले कुठले आहेत, 5, 1 आणि 3. गॉट इट. एक डिजिट रिपीट झाला 10 ने, दोन होत असतील 100 ने, तीन होत असतील 1000 ने. दिस इज व्हेरी सिंपल ट्रिक. ओके, वन मोर note is important. Notice the prime factor of the denominator of a rational number. ओके, आता तो टर्मिनेटिंग आहे का नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग आहे हे आपल्याला ओळखायचंय. बाय ऍक्च्युअल डुईंग द डिव्हिजन, डेसिमल एक्सपान्शन फाइंड न करता आपण या नोटचा यूज करून डायरेक्टली डिसाइड करू शकतो की हा कुठल्या टाइपचा आहे, एकतर टर्मिनेटिंग आहे का नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग आहे. ओके, इफ द प्राइम फॅक्टर्स आर 2 or 5 ओनली देन द डेसिमल एक्सपान्शन इज टर्मिनेटिंग. जर तुमचे प्राइम फॅक्टरायझेशन करतो आपण कुठल्याही नंबरचं, जर प्राइम फॅक्टरायझेशन त्याचं 2 किंवा 5 असेल फक्त, तर ते काय असेल, टर्मिनेटिंग. आणि इफ द प्राइम फॅक्टर्स आर अदर दॅन 2 or 5 also then it is its decimal expansion is non terminating and recurring. For example सांगतो मी बघा, इथे समजा तुम्ही 11/5 घेतलं, 11/5 घेतलं, मग तुमचा बघा डिनॉमिनेटर काय आहे, 5 आहे ना, आणि इथे काय म्हणतोय तो बघा, इफ द प्राइम फॅक्टर्स आर 2 and 5 ओनली denominator चे, notice the prime factor of denominator of rational number. If the factors are 2 or 5 only, decimal expansion is terminating. हे काय झालं तुमचं, टर्मिनेटिंग. बरोबर आहे. आणि समजा तुमचं असं असेल 2/11, दिस इज नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग, कारण 2 आणि 5 जे अतिरिक्त असतील, 2 and other than 2 and 5, 2 or 5, then your expansion is non-terminating recurring. 2 by 11 is non-terminating recurring. Okay, so non-terminating recurring like this. Okay, so in this way we can also find out what we can also find out the which type of the decimal expansion, whether it is terminating or non-terminating recurring. Got it? Now express the recurring decimal 0.777 in P upon Q फॉर्म. ओके, तर सगळ्यात महत्वाचं काय माहितीये का, इथे जर एक गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवायची, इफ द नंबर रिपीट्स, if only single number is repeating, one number is repeating, then multiply by 10. If two numbers are repeating, two digits are repeating, sorry, not number, digits, then multiply by 100. And if three digits are repeating, then multiply by 1000. अशा प्रकारे हे मल्टिप्लिकेशन करायचे. ओके, तर ते बघूया आपण आता कशा प्रकारे ते करायचे. फक्त हे लक्षात ठेवा तुम्ही, एक डिजिट जर रिपीट होत असेल कंटिन्युअसली तर मल्टिप्लाय बाय 10. if two digits are repeating, then multiply by 100, and if three digits are repeating, then multiply by 1000. मग आता फक्त एकच डिजिट रिपीट होतोय परत परत इथे बघा 7. ओके, मग याला काय म्हणून घ्यायचं, 0.77 ला x म्हणायचं. सो कन्सिडर x इज इक्वल टू 0.77 अँड रिपीट होतोय म्हणजेच त्याच्या डोक्यावर बार दिला मी, बरोबर आहे. आता एकच रिपीट होतोय डिजिट, म्हणून आपण कशाने मल्टिप्लाय करू, and as only one number is repeating, we can multiply by 10 on both sides. What I get, 10x is equal to 10 into 0.777, so on. This is equal to मग एक डेसिमल सर्कल बघा 10 ने मल्टिप्लाय केल्यानंतर 7.77 होईल. पण या 7.77 ला कसं लिहू शकतो आपण, 7 plus 0.777, 10x as it is. But what is this 0.777? This 0.77 is nothing but x. बरोबर ना, याच्याबद्दल x टाकून देऊ आपण. सो therefore 10x is equal to 7 plus x. हा x इकडे पाठवा, मायनस होईल. सो 10x minus x is equal to 7. What is 10x minus x? 9x is equal to 7, and therefore x is equal to 7 by 9. So this is the rational number which represent the decimal 0.777. Got it? Okay. Now let us see the second example. Okay, so in this example, same example, we have to show this can be expressed in the form of P and Q, where P and Q are the integers and Q is never 0. Now how many numbers are repeating here? Two numbers. So let us take this as x, as same that previous. X is equal to 1 by 1.272727. Since two digits are repeating, again we just multiply x by 100. Okay, so what I get, 100x is equal to, now that two decimal again before the decimal point, two digits again before the decimal, already one is here and this 27. Okay, now 100x is equal to what, 126 plus 1.272727, because 1 plus 1 is 1 plus 126 is nothing but 127. Okay, and this 2727 as it is. 126 plus x, 100x is equal to what, 126 plus x. And now what I get, 100x minus x is equal to 126. That is what, 100x minus x is nothing but 99. 99x is equal to 126, and 99 goes into the remainder of 126, and therefore what I get, it is 14 upon 11. This is the decimal. So therefore what, therefore 1.27 bar can be written as 14 upon 11. Got it? So let us see this example. Show that this 0.235355 is equal to, so it here 3535 get repeats. See if you observe, so what I get here, so 35, now again 353535, so on, they get repeats here. That's why we have written the bar on the head of 35. Okay, can be expressed in the form of P upon Q. Okay, where P and Q are the integers and Q is never 0. Okay, show that this can be expressed in the form of P upon Q. Let us see this example. Now take this, let x is equal to 0.235. okay, bar 35. Over here note that 2 does not repeat. See here 2 is not repeating, that's why we have only the block of 35. that will repeats. Okay, since two digits are repeating, we just multiply x by 100. Okay, so if three digits are repeating, we just multiply by 1000. If only one number get repeats, we just multiply by 10. Okay, so therefore what, here we are repeating by 10 if one number is repeat, if we multiply by 100 if two numbers get repeat, and if we multiply by 1000 if three numbers get repeats, and so on. Okay, now 10x is 100x is equal to, so this is x is equal to 0.235, and now so if I multiply by 100, then three numbers get here, two numbers, and if we multiply by 100, then two numbers are before the decimal. Okay, so because we have multiplied by 100 on both sides. Okay, so 100x is equal to 23.5353 5353, so on. Okay, now 100x is equal to 23.3 plus 0.23535. Why we have written this? Because this is we have called as x. Okay, so because if you take the addition of these two, if we take the addition of these two, what I get, see here 23 as it is, and 2 plus 3 is nothing but 5, and remaining as it is. Okay, so that we have, why we have expand this, why we have separate this, because x is nothing but what, 0.23535, see here. Okay, and this is equal to what, this is separate 23.3, and this is your x, see this is your x. Okay, now what I get, 100x is equal to 23.3 plus x. Now here see 100x, and this x goes into that side, minus x is equal to what, 23.3, and what is 100x minus x, it is 99x is equal to 23.3. okay, and therefore 99x is equal to what, if I want to remove this decimal, 223.10, and therefore 223 by shift that 99 in this side. Okay, so what I get, 99 into 10 is 990, and therefore so finally we'll get this decimal. This is the decimal representation in the form of P upon Q. Got it? Okay. I think you can understand. This type of example we have solved in this previous standard actually. So, but we just revise that examples. So let us see some examples so that you can get some idea about that. Okay, so let us find the decimal expansion of some rational. So here we are considering some rational. So 10 by 3 is rational number. So you know the decimal expansion already in 9th standard we have studied that. Okay, so let us see. So 10 divided by 3. Okay, so see here, 10 divided by 3 will get 9. So 9 minus 1, 10 minus 1 is, sorry, 10 minus 9 is 1, so take 0. Okay, so therefore 3 is here. Okay, so you know how to divide that 10 by 3, so I just explain that. Okay, so one remainder is 1, so just observe the remainder and divisor, so remainder in each step. Okay, and also just focus on the quotient also. Okay, see in the first step remainder is 1, we just take 0. Okay, because there is no another number, so we just take 0. Decimal point is here. Okay, so 3 will get 9. Okay, so 10 minus 9 is again 1, so again I take 0 here. Okay, so because I have already taken the decimal, so 10 minus 9 is 1. So every step you just find the remainder is 1. Okay, so here the remainders are 1 comma 1 comma 1 in every step, and so here so we don't get the 0 remainder 0. Okay, so it is not another remainder, so not other than 1, so only one remainder will get here, and it is 1. Okay, in every stage. Therefore, and also quotient is same, 3.3333, so on. Okay, and what is divisor here, 3. This is the first example. Okay, so look at the second. So 7 by 8. So here, so if we divide by if we divide 7 by 8, what I get here? See here 7.0. So we cannot divide 7 by 8, so therefore 0 point decimal I have taken. So there is 64, and therefore 8 into 8 is 64. Therefore 70 minus 64 is 60. 70 minus 64 is 6. Take 0 because we have already taken decimal. Okay, now 8 into 7 is 56. Okay, so in this stage, so what is remainder here? 4. Okay, now 8 into 5 is 14. See here we will get remainder 0. So we can completely divide 7 by 8 here. Okay, so we'll get remainder 0. Okay, therefore now see the see the decimal in each step. So in the first step decimal is 6, sorry, remainder is 6. In the second stage decimal remainder is 4, and the third stage remainder is 0. Okay, and the quotient is 0.875. okay, there is no other number after this 5, no other digit after this 5, and your divisor is 8 here. Okay, so therefore remainders are 4, 6, 4 and 0. Okay, and divisor is 8. Got it? Okay, now let us see the third, 1 by 7. So here, so if we divide 1 by 7, so once again here we cannot divide 1 by 7, take decimal 0, we get 10 here. So 7 into 1 is 7, so 10 minus 7 is 3. In the first stage we'll get remainder 3, in the second stage we'll get remainder 2. Okay, you know all this procedure, I just considered the remainders here. So in the second stage I get remainder 2, in the third stage I get remainder 6, then 4, 5 and goes on. So if you solve this, if you take the next stage, it is same as this. See here, this stage repeats. Okay, so again we can start from here. Again we'll get the same chain of remainder. Okay, from this. Okay, so here we cannot completely divide 1 by 7. Okay, and therefore what remainders are 3, 2, 6, 5, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, and after that again we'll get same remainder, same chain of remainder, 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. Okay, after that again we'll get same 3, 2, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. Okay, and divisor is what? 7. So observe these three examples, because we are using these three examples to derive some concept, to understand some concept, okay, that we are going to discuss. Let us see. So in this way we have seen some concept regarding real number. Also we have seen the what is meant by rational number and how many types are there to check the rational number. So it is terminating and non-terminating recurring. So here there are some examples here given are some examples that we have you have to solve at home. Okay, so the examples are for practice. Hope you understand this, and it is you can easily solve these examples. Okay, so thanks for the lecture. So we just stop here, and in the next session we'll discuss about the irrational, but before that we have to solve some questions from the practice set. Okay, so we just solve that example in the next lecture.